Hello everyone, welcome back to the next unit on the design of machine elements. Today we will be starting a new unit, that is the design of springs. So let us get started. Here is the content what we are going to discuss throughout this video. We will deal with the introduction. We will try to understand what exactly the springs are. We will see what are the materials which are used for the manufacturing of springs. We'll see applications of the spring where exactly the springs are used. We'll see the disadvantages of spring. This is what we are going to discuss in the today's video, and spring terminology, of course. Let's start with the introduction. Okay, so what exactly the springs are? A spring can be defined as, how you can define spring? It's an elastic member. First of all, this is a very important point. When I say elastic, what you understand, it means whenever, suppose I'll give you one example here. Suppose this is a spring is there. Okay, if I apply the force, what will happen? The length of this will going to increase, correct? But when I remove the load, what will happen is this spring will regain its original shape. This is what the elastic means. So a spring is the elastic member whose main function, what its main function? Its main function is to deflect or deform when the load is applied. Okay, that means when you apply the load, it will deform. And what if you remove the load? It will go back to its original position. This is what the spring means. Fine. Sorry. So this is what I mentioned here. Spring is a device used to store the energy. Okay, that means when you compress it, it will store the energy. When you remove the load, it will give back the same energy. They can be returned to the original shape when the forces are released. That means it's a elastic. That's what it is, a elastic bodies. This is how a typical spring looks like. Next, we'll discuss what are the types of material which are used for the manufacturing of the spring. So these are the some of the materials which we are going to use for the manufacturing of spring. That is hard drawn high carbon steel, oil tempered high carbon steel, stainless steel, copper or nickel based alloys, phosphorus bronze, monel, titanium, and the chrome vanadium. Okay, so these are some of the materials that can be used for the manufacturing of the springs. Okay, let us move to the next part, application of the spring. Okay, where the springs are used. Okay, there are many applications of the spring. Now common application, you know, that in shock absorber of the two-wheeler or four-wheeler vehicles. Okay, even they are used for the measure the forces in the spring balance, or it can be used in the governors. Okay, used in the safety walls, used in the guns, used in your ball pens even, correct? So these are some of the application where the springs are used. Okay, so that's what I mentioned here. Measuring the forces as in case of the spring balance, storing energy, for example shock absorbers, reducing the effect of shocks and vibration in the two-wheeler, four-wheelers, vehicles, and machine foundation. So these are the some of the applications of the springs. Let us move to the disadvantages. What are the disadvantages of the spring? Now see, if the deflection of the spring exceeds some critical value, then the spring will buckle. Okay, what does that mean? That means, suppose if this is a spring, okay, if I apply the load, what will happen? Usually it will deform, and when I remove this, it will go back to its original position. Okay, But sometime what will happen, when this force exceed some points, then what will happen, this spring is going to fail. That means it will undergo a permanent deformation. It is difficult to replace the spring. Okay, once the spring is damaged, it is difficult to repair it. So these are the some of the disadvantages of spring. Now we'll go for the spring terminologies. First one is active coil. Okay, the coils which actually taking part in the deformation, those coils we call them as the active coils. Closed and ground ends. End coils of the compression springs are closed and ground flat. Means if the ends of the spring they are flat, then it is called as the closed and the ground ends. Closed length compression spring. Okay, that means what exactly it is. Suppose if this is a spring. Okay, so when you compress it, what will happen? This turn will all turn will close to each other like this. Okay, so this is called as the close length, or also called as the a solid length. Free length means length of the spring in the original form, means without applying the force. Hysteresis, it's a loss of the mechanical energy during the loading and the unloading of the spring. Pitch, it is the distance between center distance between the two adjacent coils of the spring. Spring index, it is the ratio of diameter of the coil to the diameter of the wire of the spring. Thank you.